Welcome back to another exciting podcast episode of Legacy Made Clear with your friend and mine, your favorite trust attorney, Aaron Stringer from Red Cliff Legal in St. George, Utah. Aaron, how you doing?
I'm having a great day. Yep.
I'm glad that you're having a great day. I am too. The buttons are all functioning perfectly today. So, we've had a couple of questions from folks. And guys, when you're watching and listening to the podcast, please bear in mind that if you have a specific question you'd like to ask Aaron, you can email it to him and he'll give you his email address at the end of the show, or you can call him and we'll get you on the podcast. We did have a question that somebody asked, what happens to my digital assets when I die? There's a good one.
It is. Yeah. We always think about, our stuff, the physical things we have around us. And of course, our real estate and things like that, the bigger ticket items. But man, when it comes down to it, a lot of people are thinking about, uh, you know, sentimental value. So whether that's pictures that we have saved online, where I don't know anybody that, has one physical photo album anymore, and that's where they
Yeah.
keep everything. It just doesn't exist anymore. So instead, we have thousands and thousands of these things online. Not to mention music, uh, movies, all these different things that now are kept and saved online through various accounts. And so that's the biggest issue with digital property is who it's held through. So there are certainly, the law has taken a little while to get caught up with digital assets and how to deal with them. But we now have, a good idea of what we can do from the estate planning side of things, of including those that information in it. But you're also dealing with all these third parties, and that's where the difficulty can really come in.
Oh, yeah. So this would also cover things like online banking and cryptocurrency, passwords, social media accounts. So, how do we include those in an estate plan?
Yeah, so it's as simple as we just want to make sure that it's addressed. So we are naming, like for a trust, we're naming trustees. For the will, we're naming an executor. And what we just want to make sure is that those documents also include authority for that executor or for that trustee, or even a power of attorney for that agent to get access. It's one thing to provide usernames and passwords, which is good, but there, in many cases, even if you have that information and you can log in, that doesn't mean it's legal for you to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And cryptocurrency, I know that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Some friends that are really into the crypto, and if you lose the password or the key or anything, you're just kind of done.
Yeah.
So how do we protect that in the trust? And would that be a revocable or an irrevocable trust that would go into?
Right. So most like, I mean, you could do either. If you want to add protections to that asset through an irrevocable trust, but you can certainly add cryptocurrency to a revocable living trust, and give certain rights and authority to your trustee so that they can gain access. Uh, but in addition to that, like many other assets, whether that's a real estate or a piece of real estate, you have to create a new deed that transfers that property into the trust. For
Mm.
cryptocurrency, for bank accounts, we want to make sure that the client, with our help as needed, is going to those third parties, whether that's whoever handles the wallet for the cryptocurrency or their bank account. um, there are going to be extra steps required to go to them, go to that third party, and set up directly with them, um, a way to give others access, or to simply transfer that property to the trust and make note on their records that there is a trust that exists and that the property is held there.
Okay, so we need to be really detailed and careful when we're doing these things and incredibly specific. We just can't assume or presume, well, I've got a revocable living trust, and so I'm going to be covered. My crypto's in there, and
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. You got to be really, really specific. And like what we covered in our last podcast, you may want to set up two different ones, like an asset protection when I put the crypto in there.
It's very
It's
possible. Yeah, that's there's certainly different strategies to look at to see what would be best. But the key is to pay attention to those details that you mentioned. We don't want to leave anything to the side or make any assumptions that thinking, oh, they're my child. Of course, they're going to receive everything. That's not a given typically.
no, yeah, you're right. And you know what, Aaron? That's why we have you because because I know that if we have questions, we can call you and you'll give us a free consultation. Is that true?
Yep, I appreciate that I'm kept around for some reason, so that's good.
Woo!
Good to be that person.
What?
Yeah, please give me a call, 435-817-9187, or by email. It's a stringer at redcliffelegal.com.
And remember, if you guys have a specific question, you can call or email Aaron at that email and phone number, and also be sure and watch, subscribe, and share his podcast channel on YouTube, which is called Legacy Made Clear. We'll see you guys again next time. Aaron, take care. Have a delightful and amazing day. Okay.
All right, same to you. Thanks.
Thanks.